Welcome to another episode of the Earnings All-Stars. And just because the Max 7 is mostly done, other than NVIDIA reporting their earnings, doesn't mean there's not a lot of really hot stocks still out there. And we're getting a bunch of them this week. I picked out 5 you should be watching, so let's dive right in. The first one out of the gate is one that has been on everybody's charts and watch lists recently, Airbnb. You can see that it's put together quite a nice earnings surprise track record. Its only misses were in its first 2 quarters after its 2020 IPO. The shares, crashed down in 2022 along with the other growth stocks, but they've been on a nice, rocky but nice rally ever since. Shares are not super cheap on a PE basis, trading at 35 times, but earnings expected to be down 38% this year, but rebounding in 2025 up 17%. How much is the travel changes affecting Airbnb? Are people still returning back to hotels? We've been seeing that the last couple of quarters. We had kind of mixed report from both Expedia and Booking, but Expedia really saw a slowdown in its Vrbo business, which is similar to Airbnb. So what is going to be happening at Airbnb this quarter? We're all going to be watching. Okay, the next one we want to watch is one that was a favorite during the pandemic. It crashed down too, but also has been rallying a bit. Shopify, ticker SHOP. Remember this one? It used to be the hot stock. You can see the 2021 highs. We're not even close to that. But over the last year, it is up 24.7%, and that's not too shabby. It's put together a nice earnings surprise streak again. It also had the nice earnings surprise streak up until this miss in 2021, and then things got rocky in 2022. But it started with the big beats again. I mean, look at this one from 2 quarters ago. This was 60%. It did have a smaller beat last quarter, but that just means the analysts are getting a little more accurate on what's going on at the company. And that is really what you want to see. If you continue to see a company that is beating on these huge beats quarter after quarter, it means they're not really translating what's happening with the business in the correct way to the analysts. There's a miscommunication there. So it's good to see just the smaller beats now, and we'll see if we'll get that kind of beat again this quarter. Now, Shopify shares have never been cheap on a PE basis, even when they crashed down in 2022, and they remain expensive here in 2024 with a forward PE of 77. So that's pretty pricey. Expected to make 96 cents in 2024. And then another $1.27 in 2025. Both are double-digit earnings growth. So can they do it? Has the business turned around? We're going to find out. Then I want to introduce a new stock that I don't think I've ever covered on the Earnings All-Stars charts, Constellation Energy. And I'm sure you're thinking, who cares about an energy stock? But look at this chart. It's not great on the earnings miss and surprise. It obviously had a big miss last quarter, but 2 big beats prior to that. But Constellation is one of the largest nuclear power companies in the United States, and that's what has everyone interested right now, because the AI and data center revolution uses a lot of energy, and we're going to have to find it somewhere. So people are looking towards nuclear possibilities here. And you can see the stock is at, new all-time highs. It's up 148% over the last year. So it's been rallying. But the PE isn't too shabby right here at 26 times. So a lot cheaper than Shopify, actually, even after the big rally. So can they turn it around and produce a big beat here? Will these shares continue to rise? We will see. Then we're going to turn back to the consumer for a couple of stocks. And the first one is an oldie but goodie, Planet Fitness, ticker PLNT. It had a tough time during the pandemic, obviously, as the fitness clubs had to be shut or more restricted with social distancing and things like that, and just like consumers not wanting to be there. But that has turned around now. Yet the shares did hit those new multi-year lows back in 2023. They have rallied off of them, but over the last year, they're actually down 12.8%. It has strung together a nice earnings surprise track record since 2021, just one miss in that period. So I'm liking that. But can another beat turn it around here? Remember, Planet Fitness is the cheap fitness club. I don't know what they're charging now. They used to charge $10 or $15 a month, something like that. Maybe it's gone up because of inflation, but it's still relatively cheap compared to competitors. And if you're watching your wallet and your expenses, this could be one that you might turn to, getting rid of your more expensive fitness club because it is more affordable. So that's something I'm going to be watching with Planet Fitness this quarter, and we'll see what is the consumer doing on fitness. And then the final consumer stock I want to talk about is Sweetgreen, ticker SG. This is the hot, healthy salad company that is rapidly expanding. So you can see it's not been that great with its earnings track record. It has posted 3 misses in a row there, but shares have rallied a bit here in 2024. And over the last year, they're actually up 154%. So that's pretty impressive off that nice rally it's had this year. But is this rally stalling out? We've had 3 misses in a row. The company has no PE because it's expected to lose 71 cents a share this year. We had a kind of disappointing report from Starbucks, and both Starbucks and McDonald's talking about how the consumer is pulling back. Are they pulling back on somewhat pricey salads from Sweetgreen? We don't know yet, but we're about to find out. And so I'm going to be keeping an eye on this stock, Planet Fitness, some other consumer names we're getting like Six Flags and Cedar Fair, both on the amusement park side, because all of these are giving us clues as to what the consumer is doing right now. Is it really as bad as Starbucks and McDonald's are making it out to be, or is it company by company basis? We will see. But as always, I'm going to be tweeting out a lot of these charts all week long as we move through earnings season, the ones I can't get to on the videos. So you want to follow me on Twitter to get all the charts. I'm just at Tracy Reinick on Twitter. But as always, I'll be bringing you more charts next week as we move through this earnings season, because there's still big names yet to come. A lot of tech stocks, more retail side, and we are still waiting on NVIDIA. So you don't want to miss any of it. Get it at Zacks.com/YouTube. And I'll see you again next week with some more charts.